Here to present by video the Global Action Humanitarian Award 2011 to John Prendergast and the Enough Project is Congressman Jim McDermott, the co-sponsor of the Conflict Minerals Trade Act.
Good evening. I'm Jim McDermott, representing Washington's 7th District, the City of Seattle, in Congress. Thank you for letting me say some words about John Prendergast and the Enough Project, and congratulating them on winning this year's Global Action Award. My district is one that's filled with citizens who think about how the way they live impacts other people. In this past Congress, my constituents and citizens around the country rallied together to shine a light on the use of black market minerals or conflict minerals from the Democratic Republic of Congo and other countries in Central Africa, and how they're being used in everyday items like cell phones and laptops. The war in the Democratic Republic of Congo has been raging there for about 15 years and has killed almost 6 million people. 800 to 1,100 people a day die, and hundreds of women and girls are raped every day in this horrific tragedy. There are many causes for this war, but it is fueled in large part by the trade in conflict minerals. When Congress started working on this issue, the essential person to talk to about it was John Prendergast and his staff at the Enough Project. John is the ultimate modern grassroots organizer. John combines the three things needed to get real social change done: tenacity, number one, deep understanding of the issues, and the ability to motivate people from all walks of life across the political spectrum. John and his excellent staff have worked tirelessly with my staff and thousands of other people, shining the light of transparency on the use of conflict minerals and on other issues like the terrible conflict in Sudan is something that John and the Enough Project have been deeply committed to. With the help of John and his organization, Senator Durbin and I were able to successfully get legislation signed into law last year that requires manufacturers to be transparent and say each year if any of their products contain conflict minerals. John is an activist, he's a passionate expert, and he's a friend. I want to congratulate John and the Enough Project on this wonderful award. Thank you.
In the spirit of this being the Global Action Awards, John Prendergast and his Enough Project team members are out in the field making things happen. Here to accept his award by video is John Prendergast.
Hi, I want to thank the Global Action Forum for this award. I'm very, very moved and deeply appreciative of the honor. We're trying to do something different at the Enough Project. You know, we hear about genocide, we hear about crimes against humanity, we hear about these terrible wars halfway around the world. We're trying to end them. We're not trying to provide assistance to keep people alive so they might be caught up again in conflict the next day. We want to end these conflicts once and for all. And one of the ways we're going about doing that is marrying the entertainment world with the activist world. Is leading people from particularly Los Angeles, from the artist community, and working with human rights activists in initiatives in some of the worst war zones in the world. Don Cheadle and I have partnered to work on, particularly on the Darfur issue and on the Lord's Resistance Army in northern Uganda, and we've had some success in both of those. George Clooney and the Enough Project, we work together to help bring the world's attention to the North-South Sudan situation, helped support U.S. policy at a time where it was wavering, to be supportive of the referendum that led to the birth now of a new nation in southern Sudan, peacefully so far, to prevent what everyone was predicting was going to be a war between North human rights organizations and peace advocacy organizations. And finally, now today, we're working on Congo issues with Ryan Gosling and Ashley Judd and others. And we are attempting to educate consumers, all of us, own cell phones and laptops and iPods, and we're completely unaware that in these electronics products are minerals that are mined in the Congo that are fueling the world's deadliest war, the deadliest war since World War II, and the highest rates of sexual violence. And so by connecting between Hollywood and the Washington human rights community, particularly the Enough Project and people like Ryan Gosling and Ashley Judd, we're trying to let consumers know that they have in their hands the ability to change the equation on the ground for the people, particularly the women and girls of the Congo. That by getting in touch with your electronics companies, the companies that we buy our cell phones and laptops from, and telling them we want conflict-free products, we can actually make a difference. So this is the kind of stuff that the Enough Project is doing. So all of you in the audience, we can make a difference today by getting involved, going online to raisehopeforcongo.org, www.raisehopeforcongo.org, and sending a note to the top 20 electronics companies and telling them that we want conflict-free products, simple supply and demand. And we can actually make a difference. Same principle as the Blood Diamonds campaign 10 years ago, when wars in West Africa came to an end, when the world basically said, we're not going to buy these blood diamonds anymore. So we hope you'll get involved, and again, I very much appreciate this honor, and hope we can work together to make a safer and better world for all of us. Thank you.